Now,
Okay.
you're live.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everybody, or good morning, wherever in the world you happen to be. I know that we do have some of our teammates and things from places like Australia and New Zealand. Welcome, good to have you here with us. Thank you for waking up extra early to be on this call. Hopefully, we will make it a really interesting one for you. Now, welcome to the team. Welcome to this hangout where the heading that we sent out or the subject line was varied because there were so many that I don't know which one you particularly got. But basically, what we're saying is that it doesn't matter how old you are, what your background is, or anything of that sort, right? We can show you a way, a very reliable, methodical way in which you can change or you can attain the future that you're wanting to. Okay? So it quite literally doesn't matter what your circumstances are right now. The only thing of any importance at all is what do you want your future to be like? And they say you can't change your history, you can't change your past, that's fine, but you can change your future starting now, right? And I want to talk to you about two individuals in particular who did just that. All right, opposite ends of the scale. So give me just one little second here, please. Oh yes, my my fellow host or my the person who hosts these webinars, Patrick Batty, who actually conceived the whole idea of Boomer High. He's just reminded me here that it might be a good idea for me to introduce myself. Okay, so I am Marian Herbertson. I am Patrick's co-host on Boomer High. And this is a special place. You see, what it is with internet marketing, you've got a lot of very young people who get very, very successful, and they almost seem to talk a different language. They are so, the jargon is there, and they're so, they just know exactly what they're doing. Whereas for the likes of us, myself, Patrick, and so many other successful people of our age, we realize that we seem to be a different breed. We weren't a sort of computers and things, we didn't grow up with them. So we're not really accustomed to them. And therefore, things for us need to be explained in a different way, at a different pace, etc. And that's what we tend to want to do in Boomer High. The Hangouts here are designed for baby boomers. Okay, so welcome here. Obviously, if you're not a baby boomer, we're so excited that you are here with us. Please give us your feedback later on and let us know if there's anything we can do to improve these hangouts to be more relevant to our particular age group. All right, because I know we all have baby boomers in our teams, right? All of us successful marketers have baby boomers in our teams, and we want to provide a safe, friendly, non-threatening environment where you can come, you can find out exactly what we are up to, how we are doing, and you can get your questions answered. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead now. Uh, Thank you for that, Patrick. I appreciate that. I will tell you today that I am facing a little bunch of challenges as usual. Okay, nothing that we won't overcome together, but please do be prepared. I know my audio is not very clear. I can look at my picture there and it's fairly hazy. I do apologize for that. I'm actually in between laptops, would you believe it? My old laptop is busy packing in, so my new laptop arrived last week, but you know how it is. You've got to kind of configure them and move things over from your old laptop to your new laptop and all that kind of kerfuffle. I'm in between that phase. Hopefully, by the next time I'm actually doing one of these hangouts, you will be able to see a massive improvement. Okay. So today's call, what I want to introduce you to is how me, a grandma, right, 56 years old, is successfully creating an income online. But I also want to talk about, and I want to share with you the story of this young mum of two little kiddies who's also doing dramatically well. All right. And why do we show you these things? Not to kind of brag about it or boast about it or anything of that sort, though we would be completely justified in doing so simply because we've broken out of the mold, that mold that they put you into the day you're born. You're a girl, so, you do these things, right? You go to college, you have a good education, you get married, you have your babies, and then that is it. And then for you men, it's a different thing altogether. You're the providers, you've got to do this, this, and this, and you work till you retire, and then you have like a couple of months of retirement, and then you literally see the end of your days through sheer exhaustion. Okay, I'm not painting a black picture. I'm just telling you the way it normally is and the things that we normally face, right? But there are a ton of us who've broken out of that mold. And, we are quietly working towards our own destiny, if you like. We've decided what we want, okay, for ourselves, our families, for generations to come. We've decided that we are going to be the determinators of our own destinies. We're not going to leave it in the hands of anyone else to decide who we're going to be, what we're going to be, how we're going to live, any of that. All right. And I want to show you something that has enabled us to actually do all of this. And while we were chatting here just before this call, Patrick actually came up with with something that sort of just grabbed my attention. And Patrick said that since he started using this system that I'm going to be introducing to you and explaining more about, Patrick says that his income has gone up fivefold. Okay, how amazing is that? In which job can you say that you have got a pay rise, in the space of a few weeks, really, that has increased your salary fivefold? How often does it happen? Yeah. Just practicalities, just realities, right? And if you're happy playing the status quo and leaving it as it is and letting things be as they are, then that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I'm not judging anything or anybody or any system. All I'm saying is for those of us who are not satisfied with that, there is a way. Okay. And now I don't know about you again, but just to give you a little bit of a background about myself, I'm 56 years old, and I'll tell you, Patrick, I think, is slightly older than me, not a lot, right? We both come from the corporate world. Patrick did a whole lot of different things, and he will tell you all about that in due course. He was actually involved in sales, marketing, managed a huge workforce, etc. I come from a very much smaller kind of background in that nature, but also from sales, marketing, systems development, all that kind of thing, love all of that and thrived on it. But I also realized that what it was doing, it was literally taking up all of my time, all of my life, right? I didn't have the time to spend with my family. I was leaving at very early in the morning, coming back exhausted, doing what I had to do, getting straight to bed, ready for the next day. Okay. And the income, yes, the income was good, but it was just, for some weird reason, just never enough. Okay. It didn't matter how much overtime I did or how many promotions I got or whatever. The income was just never enough. And I got fed up. I got fed up of that whole situation. I got fed up of the sitting in traffic jams. I got fed up of the office politics, all of that. Okay. And at that time, I was kind of coming up to being 50 years old. So it's about only 6 years ago. And I remember my granddaughter saying, "Gosh, Grandma, you're going to be half a century old, aren't you?" She was about, I don't know, 12 years old at the time. And you know how wonderfully tactless they are. So that's what she said. And I will say that was like a wake up call for me, you know, to think that I'd been around for half a century, and what had I accomplished in that time? More importantly, what was I likely to accomplish? Not even in the next half a century, I didn't have that much time left, you know, maybe another 20, 30 years. What was I expecting from life in that time? And the picture, the reality of my situation was not a good one, not one that I was happy with. Okay. And at the same time, I had been looking online at, you know, talk of how money can be made online, etc. It was the dot-com boom at the time. Don't know if you remember it. And I was very, very interested in how to make money online. Okay. I don't know about you. I don't know what your personal journey has been, but trust me, I found a couple where um, you know, it completely, or they completely did not do what I was expecting them to do. However, I put it all down to experience, right? A good solid learning curve. And I definitely learned what not to do with them. But like I've said, you know, we have found a system that has increased Patrick's income fivefold over the last few weeks. What it's done for me is absolutely incredible. And let me just mention this to you. I am fighting health issues. Not that you can tell. I look as healthy as a horse. And truthfully, I actually feel fine, you know, but I am fighting certain health issues, and which made it happen that, a couple of weeks ago, I unexpectedly landed up in hospital for 5 or 6 whole days, right? Give me 1 second, please. That's just a fizzy drink, by the way, and it is very fizzy. So if you hear me burp, I do apologize, okay? I don't mean to, but it hurts my throat because I've got a bit of a cough. So, yeah, I landed up in hospital for a little while. You know, the wonderful, well, let me tell you some of the things that happened, right? Just before I went into hospital, our microwave blew up. When I came out of hospital, there was something else. I forget now what it was because it wasn't important. Um, that was also, you know, needing replacing. And then, of course, my laptop decided to die on me. Okay, and why do I say that you know, the other thing wasn't important? Because you know what, even though I'd been in hospital not working, and even though I had to take a few days off recovering, etc., it didn't matter to me. The income kept coming, kept landing up in my bank account, and I was truly amazed. We were able to do everything. Uh, I don't know, I truthfully don't know how we would have coped financially if I hadn't been in this business. You know, it's as simple and as straightforward and as honest as that. Okay, and it really has been life-saving for so many of us. Okay, what I want to do now is take you over to some slides that I've prepared for you because I don't want to give you half a story. Okay, I hate that kind of thing when it happens. So I want to be completely organized and take you through slide by slide and actually give you all the information. And then you know, feel free, please, you know, either ask questions as we're going. You'll have Patrick, and you may even have Sue, another very successful baby boomer. You may have her in the chat room, and you know she's brilliant. Both of them are brilliant at answering questions. If not, I'll be available as well at the end of this webinar to get your questions answered. All right. And Patrick will also point out to me anything that needs addressing while we're on the webinar. All right. So, you know, I said I was talking about this young lady, right? I said they're both, you know, people of all ages, all backgrounds, anything of the sort are benefiting massively from this. So I want to show you this young lady here. Her name is Sarita. Okay, she's in Australia. She's a young mum. She has never done internet marketing of any sort at all. This is her first attempt at it. Here's a picture of herself with her two little ones. just relaxing, just having, you know, a little bit of downtime. And I want to show you, if I can go directly to her Facebook thing and show you. Let me just see. Give me 2 seconds. So you can see I'm not making up any of this. You're seeing this live. Okay, here's that picture here. Hopefully you can see it. And I want you to see what she's written. Okay, that's the important thing. That's the bit that absolutely made me catch my breath this morning. And where is what she has written? Having a ball with my baby, she says. Okay. Let me see. Oh, okay. Patrick, as you can see, is saying you can still only see my slides. Anyway, I'll read out what Sarita says, all right? Why isn't that showing that? Give me 2 seconds. Okay, it's actually not showing me. It's not allowing me, but never mind. I'll just read out what Sarita says, and if you don't trust me on it, I can send you a copy of it later, all right? So here she says, OMG, you can tell how young she is, right? Using that. OMG, I'm literally shaking typing this. Just hit another personal record, right? And what she has posted here is her proof of income for the last few weeks and months, where today she has earned $2,579.60. Yesterday she earned $3,037.80. And last week her total income was $8,841 exactly. All right. This is a young mum, and let me just carry on reading. And she says, first of all, I'm not posting this to brag, but to show you. Let me just click on see more here. But to show you, okay, to show you what's possible. For you, for me, for anybody, I'm nothing special. Trust me, she is amazing, right? She's just a young lady who has seen the possibilities and has decided to go for it. And she continues to say, and hopefully I inspire some of you reading this to take action in the direction of your own dreams and towards a life of freedom as well, whatever this may mean to you. I just checked my back office after an awesome day with my babies at Perth Zoo, only to discover that I just hit my biggest week in commissions so far. 8,841 American dollars. I'm just blown away and oh so grateful. This is crazy, and truthfully, this is exactly this is exactly what I sometimes say to my husband, you know, check my bank account and I say to him, this is crazy. It's just coming in, right? And she says, this is crazy, just so excited. This is truly life-changing material. Bali, here we come, right? They're planning to move to Bali from Australia. She says, I only started this online biz early January this year, and we're now seriously planning our move to Bali starting from mid next year. Why? Because I can run this amazing business from my laptop from anywhere in the world. We are beyond excited. This is merely proof that literally anyone can do this. If they choose to unplug from the matrix, this is exactly what I was talking about earlier. Oh, give me a little bit more here. And are consistent and apply some proven principles and plug into this system. It's never been easier. If you are ready to change your life and live your dreams now as well, get in touch with your inviter and check out their video, right? And then she carries on with a little bit more information, which I will be giving you here. And this is what I mean. It is absolutely amazing. And you really do need to be doing yourself. I'm so glad you're here. because, you know, you will actually see for yourself and you'll be able to ask questions for yourself. Okay, so, right, okay. All right. Yep, you should be able to see the slides again now. So that's young Sarita there, absolutely in shock at what the system is doing for her. Okay. And what is the system we're talking about? You should know by now, it's called IPAS-2, Internet Prospect Acceleration Systems. All right. And basically, it's the first all-in-one online business platform created by professionals for professionals, right? Here's the thing, right? I've explained this before and I want to explain it again because this is so important. The only legitimate way to make money at all is to provide something of value in return. So let's say you would need to provide a service, a product of your own, or maybe sell ready-made products and earn a commission for doing so. Does that sound familiar? Of course it does. It's called affiliate marketing. Right? Now, affiliate marketing works, right? We see it all the time. You see it all around you, you know? Maybe you're just not aware that people are getting paid for it. But if you sit down and think how many things, if you recommend somebody, you will get something in return. Think of things like Virgin, right? Your telephone providers, your internet providers, your electric providers, you know, your service providers, that kind of thing, right? Now, affiliate marketing works, but it can often have low duplication. In other words, some people can make it work, others really struggle with it. Okay, but you've got IPAS, right, which is the Internet Prospect Acceleration System. And why it works is because it's a franchise style online business. All right. In other words, it gives you everything you need all in one place. Okay. It's linked to the top direct selling company in the world, which has a solid, well-established track record. It has already sold over 100 million. This company, the direct marketing company, the one that is responsible for the product, has already sold over $100 million worth of products. But here's the big news, right? It's actually paid over $80 million back to its members as commissions. Now do you see why so many of us are so excited about it? Right. It has one of the highest commission shares on the internet, right? And it's soon to hit momentum and become a billion-dollar company. This is the top direct selling company in the world that IPAS has partnered with to bring you your products, right? Now, yeah, we went back to saying that there, it's a franchise style online business. You know, if you went into a McDonald's, it doesn't matter whether you were in Bangladesh or Bangkok or wherever you happen to be, the likelihood is that your experience would be exactly the same. That is the power of a franchise, right? And that's why they're all so successful, right? And therefore, I have picked out here 3 keys to success, which is what's giving the likes of Patrick, Sue, Sarita, myself, that stable environment in which to build our success, basically. Okay, and I've selected user experience, the fact that there's no guesswork involved, and also there's a bit of the icing on the cake, which I will tell you about later. Okay, I've got you guessing. Most of you will know exactly what I mean. So, oh, let me go back one slide here. It jumped a bit. Okay. So we talked about, let me go back to that one. Okay. So it's decided it doesn't want to go back. Isn't technology wonderful? Okay, so that's fine there. So user experience we talked about, right? The next one, as I said, was no guesswork and the icing on the cake, right? Here's the user experience. This is why the user experience is so important, okay? And I can talk about this from many different angles, right? My own experience Also the fact, my team, obviously because I'm a successful sponsor, I have a team under me, right? A team that I work with, a team that I absolutely love, and I love to see their success and their duplication, etc. Right? And seeing how the system works for the team. Yes, I'm not going to be unrealistic and say there are no hiccups or anything of that sort, but compared to other things we've been in, and compared to what we now see, it's like such a massive leap forward that, even the problems we have here, we know that they will be resolved. And even with the problems, the duplication is high. Okay, the results are there. Right, that's the important thing. Nobody's promising you there's not going to be any problems. What we are saying is that if you follow the system and are obedient to the system, you will see results. Okay. So, the system itself is very, very simple and powerful, and I'll show you at the end of this where you can get started. Basically, you register, you can look around it for 7 days, right? You can then activate, set it all up, fuel the system, and then simply let the system do the rest. Okay, so let me carry on here. Okay. The other thing is a state-of-the-art calculator, no guesswork. You basically decide how much you want to earn, right? And the advertising budget required for that kind of income. Or if you have a set advertising budget, you simply can work out using the calculator, which is state-of-the-art. You can just use that to determine what level of income you can expect with that marketing budget, right? Because, to develop any business, you have got to do what a business takes, which is build that business. Okay, so I'm not going to for 1 second pretend like some of, you hear all the time, isn't it? My inbox is bombarded with join free and make money. And I think, so where's the money coming from? How am I supposed to make money on something that I'm promoting for free? Right? And those are the things that give all of us such a bad taste and a bad experience, right? So it also will explain to you, the state-of-the-art calculator will also explain to you what products you need in order to achieve the kind of lifestyle you desire. Okay, so it's all very, very straightforward. And of course, the business coach is an absolute touch of genius. But then, of course, I would say so because I am a business coach. All right. I've been very, very privileged to be chosen as one of the business coaches. We trained for months and months and months, and we're now, as somebody called us, the lifeblood of the business. And I will explain again why, okay? Or I will explain why in a moment. Well, here you go, right? What are the two things that invariably block your success? Okay, if you're a brand new marketer, or even if you are a really experienced marketer, there is a huge problem in being a successful marketer as well. I'll explain that to you in a moment. Don't let me forget that. Okay, as an inexperienced marketer, your lack of online experience or knowledge often blocks your progress. Because how are you supposed to explain the business or teach somebody or help somebody else attain a certain level in their business if you are just learning the ropes yourself? Okay. The second thing is, as an inexperienced marketer, your lack of social proof. What do I mean by that? Now, you've seen Sarita's proof of earnings. You've heard me talk about Patrick's earnings. You've heard me talk about my earnings, etc. In the online marketing world, people don't hesitate to ask you how much you've earned. Right. If you've just started, what are you going to say? And how much confidence do you think that person will have in you if, you say to them, well, I've only just started, so I haven't made much online, right? What they're going to do is 9 times out of 10 is they will walk away and look for a sponsor who has more experience in the area, who is able to give them the guidance that they think they need. Okay, whereas with us as coaches, we are all very, very successful in our own right, but we are able to take a hold of this for you. And when we talk to your, the people that you bring into your business, when we talk to them on your behalf, we're able to say to them, listen, the business works, right? This is how much I've earned. Now, that's got nothing at all to do with how much you could possibly earn. At the end of the day, I earned this because I took massive action in my own business. I worked hard. I gave up things. I don't watch TV. I've kind of, for the next few months, put my social life on hold. I live in a smaller house than I would like to live, but that's all because I want to be growing and building my business. Okay, I don't know whether you're going to put in that kind of an effort and commitment. If you do, what I can guarantee you is that you will succeed if you take the right action and if you follow a given plan. Right. Um, so we can be very, very strong with them about that. And if they want to see our social proof, they can go online, they can go to Facebook, and they will see our story there. Right. It's as simple as that. Right. And then we say to them, listen, I'm going to be a coach all the way through. Go off, get joined up, and let's get the ball rolling. Okay, so they join you and we provide the coaching, etc., point them to the all the training that's available and everything else, and it's the perfect touch. I wish this was there when I first started. I would be a lot further on than I am right now. Okay, I'm very grateful for where I am right now, but I'm just stating a fact again. Right. So, and then you have an extra level of safety as well, in that, very often, I don't know about any of y'all if you'll have had any kind of bad experiences with your um, previous, any businesses or sponsors, etc. But this is where it comes in when an experienced sponsor and one who is hugely successful actually can get into a lot of trouble because they then have a large team, all needing their attention, all needing their training, all needing their ear, if you like. And what then happens is they go from being a marketer to a manager and their businesses suffer. Okay. Whereas here, you have this extra level of safety where training is provided. The back office has the most amazing training, things that successful, experienced people like Patrick, like myself, are still spending time watching, learning from, etc., simply because it is so powerful. It's from people who are millionaires in our community. They share freely, and we just follow in their footsteps. As they say, success leaves clues, and we follow those clues till we get to the exact same spot that we want to be in. Okay, and you have the ability to do exactly the same, and so does your team. That is the beauty of all of this. All right. So, um, yeah, so you've got, regular team training sessions in many, many cases, definitely regular company-wide training sessions, events like these to help you grow your business. Very often uh, in the Facebook group, you will meet, it's an international business, right? So help is always on hand. There's even our setup team to help you if you're computer or time challenged. Right. And a group of truly what I would call servant leaders, in that they're there not because they are kind of, wanting to prove that they are better than you or anything of that sort, but they are leaders because they help. They're from that position of where they build others up and they lift others up. So it's a brilliant community to be working in. And I think I've skipped a couple of slides here. Let me go back. What did I say there? Okay, so I'm showing you here, I don't know if you can see these. Yeah, I'm sure you can actually, is where I'm showing you just little clips of little things that I saw in Facebook, right? You'll be able to see them yourself once you become a member. If you are a member, you'll be able to go in, scroll back to those days, see exactly this, and vouch for the fact that I haven't altered anything or anything of that sort. I've literally, you can see there from the color, I've literally just, used a little clipping tool, clipped out that little bit and popped it in there. Okay, for you to see. And you can see a traffic started yesterday, woke up to my first sale, stoked, right? John Painter, is it a pointer? Pointer. 2 more sales today, but computer in shop and totally working from phone. You see that there. I have no idea how to screenshot half of page without revealing clients info. So one very excited but computer challenged person there. And challenged for completely different reasons. So let me go on to the next one here. Trust me, at the moment, I really do dislike my computer very, very much. There we go, the game will go on. Okay, so that was that one we saw. And the next one. Okay, so there we've got the next one there. Joshua Elder, and he's actually put in a screenshot there. I have to come out, be real, and just say I've never had success like this ever online. iPass 2 has literally closed the gaps, and when you obey it, follow it, and let it do its job, and believe in it, this is what happens. And from what I can see there, Joshua has had a 4-figure day, which is why he's so excited, right? Tina says, I can sure get used to these emails. And I must say, there's nothing more exciting than waking up in the morning. You know, one of the first things I used to do before was, I don't know, just normal household stuff kind of thing. And I check the post and all of that. Now, the very first thing I do is check my emails, because I get these emails practically every single day saying, you've got another sale, you've got another sale. And they start off as tiny, tiny little sales, but they build up. Okay, and that's the brilliance of it all. Okay, and just look, this is just normal people, right? Different ages, different backgrounds. I don't even know all of them. And this is just people saying these wonderful things. And this gives you such a positive environment to be working in. One of the things I hated about going to work was the minute I worked, before you even got into the office, you would feel the oppression. And by the time you got in there, all the talk was about what a lousy evening somebody had had, and all of that kind of thing. And then there would be office politics, and it just used to drain me, completely drain me. And I just knew it wasn't the right place for me, right? This is just so different, every morning you just get a ton of all these good things. Stats for today getting better every day. Johnny says the system is ridiculous good no matter what time it is. And basically what happened there was, it was either very early in the morning or very late in the day, and he got another notification of a sale. Why? Because it's an international team. Simple as that. International business, I meant, right? So this is very small. I should have actually enlarged this a bit. But, you get the gist from the messages there. Erica just increased our residual income by over $1,000 in 1 week, right? That's monthly income increased by $1,000 just in 1 week, all thanks to iPass, right? And Erica, I know her, she will build on this success, because she's just brilliant. Roland, I know him personally. He's a doctor in Amsterdam. Awesome notifications every single day, as you can see here. Purchase trial system, 6-figure shortcuts, and another trial and another system. So you can see the excitement here, right? And I will show you some more, just for good measure, really. Let me see here. I don't want to keep you much longer, because I want you to be able to ask questions as well. Now, here's the thing, right? We want you to be able to try out the system, okay? We're not one of those people or one of those groups that say, join now and, all of that kind of thing. Yes, I think you should join now, because at the end of the day, you're here because you are looking for a system, you are looking for a way out, right? If you haven't joined already, my question to you would be, why? What are you waiting for? Yeah, it's as simple as that. You don't need, people say, I'm going to step out in faith and see if this works. You don't need faith. You've seen it working. Okay, so you now just need to plug in and make it work for yourself. Okay, and the way to do that is commit to your future and get started. All right, and how do you get started? Patrick has a great big green button on the webinar. You can't possibly miss it. When you click on that button, it will take you to a video which will explain more to you. You can actually take a 7-day trial for $7, right? That's $1 a day. Okay. After that, if you want to keep the system, you pay $47 a day and you just take it from there. But the system will actually explain every single thing to you. Okay. When you take your trial offer for the 7 days, the first thing I would ask you to do is to actually check your emails for an email from iPass giving you your login details. Okay, that's really, really important because we have had instances where some people don't seem to have received their login details and they let their trial time run out without asking about that. Give me just 1 second, please. Okay, Patrick is correcting me here. Oh, sorry. Okay, Patrick says I said $47 a day, which I probably did. No, it's not $47 a day. It's $47 a month. Okay, so it's basically $7 for a 7-day trial. So basically, I think what I said, and I think where Patrick might have misheard, if I think I said something along the lines of you could try it out for $1 a day, right? Or indeed, I could very well have said for $47 a day, in which case I apologize for giving you a mild fit. It's just $1 a day, right? And it's if you decide to keep it, then it is $47 a month. I hope I'm unconfused you there. Okay. The reason there is a $7 cost to try out the system, quite frankly, as I've said there, is to keep out the idle tire kickers. So much work has gone in and so much quality and so much training goes into this whole system that we didn't want to flood it with a whole lot of people who would just come in, to grab a free place, resell it without any understanding of the system itself, and then give it a bad press, right? It happens too often. We're too experienced with that, and we're serious about changing our futures. We don't want to be involved with, spending a load of time on somebody who is not willing to invest in their own future. Okay, I'm being very, very blunt about that simply because it is the truth. Okay, so that's that there. Now, okay, I'm almost there. Just bear with me. Like I said, we don't want to leave out anything at all. And if I didn't have these crazy issues, I'll tell you what's even worse is that my new laptop, and promise you won't laugh at me with this, right? My new laptop has a touch screen. Okay, so half the time I'm working on a touch screen computer, and the other half I'm having to use a mouse. And of course, I always forget, and I end up trying to make this work through a touchscreen thing, which of course it won't. Okay, right. And here, me just being very open and honest with you here, we don't work with just anyone. Okay, obviously we can't stop, anybody joining, but we are very aware that there are many people out there who want that financial stability, but they're really not willing to do anything for it. And you know what? Those are the type of people, and I'll say this in all humility, and I'm not judging anybody for it, but those are the type of people that will give you as a sponsor a really, really difficult time. Okay, we purely want to work with the ones who are willing to work. And personally, all of us will do absolutely anything to work with somebody who truly wants to make a go of things. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there we go. We want to work with only serious business-minded people. If you feel you fit the bill and you want to work, with a company and a team who will support you in all your efforts to create the level of income that will set you free, then click on the button below that Patrick has put in there and start your tour. Okay. I'm not sure whether it'll be Adam or Chris, but it'll be a combination of Adam, Chris, and Mark, and a number of other people who will explain everything clearly and in great depth. Okay. In many, many cases, we have people saying, oh, there wasn't enough information. With this one, we're actually having people saying, gosh, there's so much information, I felt a little bit overwhelmed. Okay. Um, it's okay to feel overwhelmed. All right. Just trust me on that. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. You really do want all the information. There are 5 videos in there that you need to watch. They're training and information. They will stand you in good stead whether you decide to go forward with this business or not. Okay. If you Once you've completed those 5 videos, make an appointment to talk with your business coach. You will be able to reach out to your business coach at any time during those 5 videos, but um, out of a sense of business mindedness, equip yourself with all the information so that when you talk with your business coach, you can ask them really, really relevant questions and get the best out of that conversation. Okay. So that's there. Let me see the next one. That's right. I went slightly ahead of myself and I talked about the 5 videos and booking your appointment with your coach. You will find all their contact details in your back office. Don't hesitate to give them a call. Okay. If you're ready, if you've watched the 5 videos and you're ready to talk, just ask them, just pick up the phone, dial their number and ask them to call you or contact them on Skype or however, but all their details literally are there for you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, as I say here, some of us have literally been through hell and high water to get to this stage. And we're so happy that we finally found a system like iPass, right? You'll see what I mean, right? Simply click on the button below, pay your $7, take a look for yourself, and make up your own mind, okay? That's what these information calls are all about, is giving you all the information you need so that you can make your own mind up, okay? That's what it's all about. So let me just see if Patrick has
Hey everyone, Patrick Batty here, and welcome. I've just been watching the Hangout tonight, and I decided to take an evening off, but I think Marion may have frozen, or her screen may have frozen, or her PC or internet connection or something like that. So we were just about to end it anyway. So I want to, let's see if anybody has any questions. I'll double check here on my end if you have questions. And otherwise, we're going to end the Hangout. I just want to thank Marion for what she did tonight. This is basically her first day back at work after her illness, and I really appreciated her taking care of this for me tonight. Next week, I'll be back as well, and we have another topic that we'll be getting into next week. And I want to thank everybody. I'm just checking, looking off to the side, checking for comments as well. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I want to reiterate, this system absolutely works. Now, my total income, I had mentioned my monthly income has gone up fivefold in the time since this started a couple months ago. My total income, not up fivefold, but my monthly recurring income has. So it's working, it works well. It's an easy system to get started at. It's an easy system to get going and promote. And also for any of you that join us, you're going to be able to use our website as a promotional vehicle for yourself. When you join, you're going to end up with some affiliate links. And what you'll also be able to do is attach your affiliate ID to the end of the Boomer High URL. And when people watch the Boomer High website, our webinars every week, if you've sent out an email to them or promoted via Facebook and all that, and you've attached your affiliate link to our website, you're going to actually be able to, when people join, they'll join through you. So effectively, you'll make commission, and you'll be, kind of getting benefit from the promotional efforts that we put forward. We have now a library of about 20 webinars that we've done. We've been doing them since July, and been having a lot of fun doing them, covered a lot of topics. We now have our past issues referenced up in the very top. There's a menu, an orange menu there that says past episodes and blog. You'll see that up there. Feel free to look. We'll actually take a little time over the next couple of weeks where we'll itemize those things, or at least put a bit more description in on what the topic is that we covered in each of those webinars. They're not necessarily all promotional meetings the way we did one this evening, which was a promotional one. A lot of times we cover some training for people that are boomers as well, because as Marianne said earlier, there are a lot of times people aren't coming into this as computer experts. They're coming into this kind of as newcomers to internet marketing. They're not pros at it. And as baby boomers, we all weren't born with computers. So the fact that we've done this ourselves for a while means that, we have some experience that we can share, and we try to share it in a way on Boomer High that is very much appropriate for baby boomers and internet marketing, and people, baby boomers are seniors. Not that they don't have the capability, it's just that in some cases, they don't have the computer background that, people that started working 10, 15, 20 years ago did. We did not, I happen to be out of the computer software industry myself, so I did have that background, but I realized that I'm a bit of an exception that way as far as that experience. So we try to, though, I'm not a techie. I like to keep my training simple, as those of you that watched for many months. So look, I'm going to end our session tonight. I want to thank Marion for presenting. I want to thank everybody for joining us. I hope you've got something out of our session. It was another way to present the business. And for those of you that are sitting here, sitting on the fence, all I'm saying is click the green button below. $7. You're going to learn more in 1 week about internet marketing for $7 than you'll have ever imagined. The 5 formula videos that you're going to get access to, and the Fast Start training that you're going to get access to, is honestly worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and you're going to pay $7 for it. Once you've decided to stay with the system, you're going to get being able to get other training as well. And and that'll be in the system for you. You just go through. As soon as you start a trial, though, you have a promotional link, and we're going to teach you what to do with that link. And when you start a trial, you'll be able to start promoting the system for yourself. So when you start a trial and you own and you've gotten going, all you do is share your link with other people, and when they join, you're the person that's making commission. Okay, and you'll make commission on the $7 trial and on the $47 monthly when they join. Okay, there's other products in there and other things that you may make commission on too if you promote it and if they buy it. But right now, I want to just focus on getting you going with a trial. Get into the system. Get familiar with the system. It's not hard to do. You'll be up and running in about 10 minutes if you join. There's a button down below. It just says click here to get started with your online business. That's all I want you to do. I want to welcome everybody again and thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you next week with a brand new episode. It'll be a training episode next week for everybody. If you've joined, come back next week and you'll see the training. If you're an experienced person, part of the team, part of the worldwide community that watches Boomer High, then you know what? We'll see you next week, and we're going to teach you some real good stuff. So thank you again, Marion. Peace and love to everybody out there. We'll see everybody next week on another edition of Boomer High. All the best. Bye-bye.